Good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I think this is the 17th of July, 2026. It's 73 degrees. It's 7:28 a.m. That's right, I'm a little early this morning because I'm leaving early. As you know, it's race weekend for me. NASCAR race weekend. Today is the Z-Max Cars Tour race. Chase is racing in both races. I just thought he was racing in the late model stock, but he's also racing in the pro stock. So, plus he's racing in the truck race tomorrow and Sunday's race. So he's got a full weekend ahead of him, and I hope by Sunday's not worn out. I know I would be. Of course, he's a little younger than me. So last night we went to the hauler parade, which I have already uploaded that video. It's not long. They were, because of where we were at, they were a little fast. They were traveling faster than they would if we had been downtown. We decided to go where they come out. They line up at the old airport, which is where Call Family Distillery is, and that's where we were at. They also have a restaurant and bar there. Sorry, I didn't bring a drink today because I've got plenty of drinks in the refrigerator at work, and here I go, draining. I saw a car come out here, so I was hoping that there's a parking place on this road. Well, that car's right there, but I would like one closer. I know, beggars can't be choosers, right? Or whatever it is. Okay, here we go. I found it. I found one closer. Yippee! Yippee! Okay, I don't know if any of you saw my post yesterday, but if you did, I talked about Ray's lives and the person she's exposing right now. I'm not going to get into all that. You know, maybe I should, but, you know, a lot of that stuff is just very triggering to me, and I'm not trying to say, woe is me, like I said yesterday. I'm just saying that my head is in a good place right now, and I'm just not, you know, I'm supportive of her. I want you to watch it. I want you to know it's out there. You know, I want you to be careful who you support on social media. You know, that not everybody is what they seem. You know, there's always stuff we don't share, and I'm including myself. You know, my past is not perfect, but, you know, I don't have that type of past. But anyway, all I'm saying is that none of us are perfect, and I'm not excusing anything this person has done. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he is the lowest of the low, and he should have never been released from prison. He should have life in prison. To me, PDFs, and I'm not talking about the documents, but y'all know what I'm talking about because this is YouTube. You can't say certain things. I think should not ever get a pass. I'm sorry. I don't think they can be rehabilitated, especially when they've done it more than once. And I mean, statistics show they've done it numerous times before they ever get caught. So, now, that's all I'm going to say. But I can't, you know, if you go back to my old videos, you'd understand why I don't want to go there. So, anyway. And I couldn't tell you which video it's on right now, but I know I did tell a little of my story. All right, so we're going to move on to more things that are better. I did watch Tim's video on buying a Tesla. You know, I've thought about wanting a Tesla, and You know, it's not that I'm defending Tim or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. You know, I go the same route as Tim does. When it gets right down to it, I just can't see that it's worth it. Now, if I had plenty of money and, you know, I probably would buy one. I think they're neat. It's, you know, it would be just something for me to scoot around town. It's like a golf cart, I guess, but it's a car. And I just think they're neat. I mean, that's all I can say. But I for the same reasons that Tim brought up, I wouldn't buy one. And, but like I say, if I won the lottery or something like that, I'd probably have one. And that's just the way it goes. You know, some people are meant to have a lot of money and some people aren't. And I'm not broke by any means, but, you know, I don't have a lot of throwaway income. Also, I do know someone that had one and they said it was the worst car they ever had. And I know that varies. I know that some people don't, but I'm just saying that's what she said. She said that it was so much more trouble than it was worth. So, that's all I'll say about that. That's all I watched of his yesterday. I don't, you know, I'm trying not to watch him much. I don't want to give him views. You know, if I can find a different link, that's the way I go. But that's about all. Okay, somebody asked me yesterday about my eyeshadow palette. The palette I've been using is the one I've been using for years. It's either been the Urban Decay Naked 3, the larger one, or the mini. I use the mini one now because it's got the colors that I want. So that's what I've been using. I do try to tag it or I link it below. You know, the only time I don't is this, you know, like the Holler Parade. I'm not going to link it there or tag it. But I did tag it, I know. But I know I didn't do that many links yesterday as far as LTK links. But I did tag it through YouTube. So you can either use it if you want to. You don't have to. I don't want anybody to ever think I'm begging. It's there for convenience, but it does make me feel good if you use it. I'll put it that way. I'm not going to get rich from it, but it makes me feel good because it makes me feel like I'm offering, that I'm doing something to help you. And that's why I'm here. I want to help. I want to make people smile because I just don't think there's enough smiling in the world. You know, I want to make people happy. And if I can give you a good laugh, so be it. I know I was called fake the other day. I'm a big fake and phony. And I'm like, whatever. This person with this fake screen name is calling me fake and phony. I mean, at the time, you know, I left it up for a while and then I finally decided to send him to the cornfield because I just don't want to deal with it. I want to make people happy. And if you think I'm fake and phony, well, then go on. So, what else? It's hot. There's a chance of thunderstorms all weekend. And I really feel bad for the people in Texas. And, you know, I know there's other areas flooded too. Kentucky has floods, and Missouri. I just know that the Texas one is going on this week. And I believe they even had a tornado yesterday, or they've had tornadoes almost every day this week, I believe, in some areas. I don't know how bad they are, because I know Max has not been going live, or I've not seen him go live, because these are just ones that pop up. I did see this morning that looked like it was storming in Florida, which I think is the one that could actually become a depression once it gets out in the Atlantic. So, who knows? So, that's about all I got to say today. I'm going in to work for about 6 hours. And then I'll talk to y'all later. I'll try to film as much as I can this weekend. I know that some of you want to see the race and stuff, and some of you don't, but I'm still going to film because I like to film. I like to have the memories. And I'll talk to y'all later. I appreciate each and every one of you. Love you. Bye.